what is the advice now you have for the violence going on, especially referring to the Middle East, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, all these things happening, here, back and forth. So is there any solution in the light of his teachings? What can you say? Question.
Thank you. Very good question. Because of the culture of violence that we have adopted, we don't see a crisis, a situation until it becomes a crisis. When it explodes in our face, then we say, well, there is a crisis here, what do we do about it? But if we have a culture of non-violence, then we will be able to look at issues before they become a crisis and try to fix those issues early enough. Now, Syria and what is happening in the Middle East and all that, it's not something that just happened one day, in a moment when everybody said we were going to fight today. It's been brewing for a long time. And it's brewing because we have created that whole world of exploitation, where everybody is exploiting everybody for their own goods. A foreign policy of every country in the world is based on what is good for that country. And if they feel that what is good for the country from somewhere else, we are going to bring that, buy it or do it, whatever, and get it here without any consequences. And that kind of attitude of exploiting the rest of the world for what you want and what you need is what is creating this kind of an imbalance. So the rich nations of the world can go and buy up whatever they need from the other nations of the world. A classic example is some of the people, including Mr. Trump's sons, went and shot lions and elephants in Africa. And they claim they paid $10,000 for each head of lion that they shot. Now, the African countries need money. They're living in poverty. And we want fun. We have the money. And so we tempt them with $10,000 to allow us to go and shoot. And we're destroying nature, we're destroying so many things. And this is just one local example, but there are so many things that we are doing all the time throughout the world where we are exploiting for our personal gain. And that is what creates all these crises. So if we want to stop these kinds of wars and fighting that is going on, we have to create that kind of world where we look at issues and try to resolve them. So the stability and security of any nation in this world depends on the stability and security of the whole world. We seem to think that we should be nationalistic. We should take pride in our own corner of the world, and we can make our corner of the world strong and powerful, and we can protect ourselves. We can't protect ourselves. No nation in the world can protect itself if the rest of the world is going down the tube. If the rest of the world is going down, we are going down with them, however powerful we may be. So we have to realize that our security depends on the security of the whole world. And that's how this whole, imbalance that exists in the world today, where almost half of the 7 billion population live in misery and hunger and starvation, and the other half can throw away so much food every day. When we continue to live in that kind of imbalance, and not care about those people, they are going to fight back someday and create more violence. So what we are seeing today is just the beginning of what will ultimately happen if we don't wake up and take note of this.